Hello everybody, name's Shalice. Welcome out everybody to my episode 8 of the Sin Counters for House of the Dragon. We're now doing episode 8. Now if you all know, have been watching, the greens are behind the blacks. The greens are 23 sins and the blacks have a total of 40. But let's start off with the sins for the greens and then start off for the blacks. And let's start off with, we're going to start off with the greens. And the greens for the most part commit a couple of sins in episode 8. Let's start off with two obvious sins. Otto gives the kings medicines when he said no. When the King Viserys said he doesn't want the medicine, he wants to stay coherent, he wants to speak clearly. Otto basically is still not listening to the king, and let me give you some medicine, my king. You're hurt, you're in pain. Basically, he doesn't want King Viserys at the court. Alicent gets a sin for this one because she continues to protect Aegon's transactions. Now, Alicent doesn't do anything wrong in this episode. The fact that I say she's the more fair one compared to Otto, but the fact that she still wants her son for the Iron Throne, even though you know he's a rapist and you bribe people for that entire, and you still want to bribe people. You bribe a young girl because she was raped by Aegon. I'm sorry, this is a sin not only for you, but it's for Otto, because I know Otto knows about this. So all in total, 3 points total, 2 for Otto, 1 for Alicent for this entire freaking affair because they're protecting Aegon and Otto still being the schemer. Now, the other two sins I'm going to give to Rhaenyra, to Aegon for raping a young girl and then making an excuse with his mother. How he says, "I done everything you asked of me and I try so hard." That bullshit excuse does not fly with me. You raped a girl because you're Aegon. It's stupid, it's idiotic, I'm sorry. This is not a sin. This is an absolute sin. And I just want to be clear, everybody, that even though it looks like Team Green has less sins, it does not mean their sins are nor less greater than the blacks. I mean, obviously, rape is horrific, and it should be even more sins and all that. It's a greater sin, but a sin is a sin no matter what it happens. And to me, Aegon committed this sin and this to raping, and it's a lot more harsher than Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra than let's just say it's a lot more harder. Like, Aegon raping someone is a lot more evil than freaking Rhaenyra lying about sleeping with Daemon. One is using the memory of your mother. The other is literally raping someone, which is completely more horrific. So the Greens have a total of 5 sins this entire dang episode. Now let's go on to the Blacks. Okay, the Blacks. Okay, I'm going to give 1 sin to Daemon Targaryen because the fact is he kills Vaemond. And the thing is this. The entire law is you have your tongue removed, but Daemon kills Vaemond. And let's not pretend that people thought like, oh, that was so shocking, that was so cool, that's horrific, and everyone was so happy and excited like Aemond when he watched that entire scene. He's like, ooh, that looked cool. And everybody, that was all the fans' reactions. When I saw it also, I'm like, yeah, you're dead. You know Daemon's going to kill you. Even though, and he said you could keep the tongue, but it still is a sin because, again, it didn't say kill him, it said take the tongue. Another thing, even though it is treasonous and he can have his head removed for that, the thing is also, he killed him in the back. Cowardly move. Again, if you want to say, oh, honorable people and all this stuff, well, look, Ned Stark killed a guy when he was already stabbed in the back. It's not the most clean, it's not the most honorable thing. And it's definitely not the most honorable when somebody confronts you and talks shit about you. You have to have him turn around in order for you to take advantage and to get a quick kill on him. So to me, even though Daemon was technically in the right, it still is the cowardly move to stab him in the back. I believe it would have been much more honorable to just hit him in the front, but then this is Daemon. He doesn't give a shit about honor. So 1 sin for Daemon Targaryen. And for this entire one, I'm getting 4 sins to none other than Rhaenyra Targaryen. Rhaenyra, I'm going to give her 4 sins for this one because, 1, she caused a rift between the Velaryons. This entire thing of, like, she doesn't tell Rhaenys that her son is alive. After, 6+ years, maybe you could tell her in the 5th year so you could have less tension between them. You could have that entire line. You could talk to her. You could maybe convince her. Maybe she'll search for her son or not. But I think the Rhaenys is the type of person that will accept what has happened with her son. Instead, you made her believe her son got killed, and you made her believe that you were responsible for it. It was stupid of you, Rhaenyra, for this, and it's stupid for you not to tell her. Another thing I'm going to give a sin for her is the fact is she made another desperate proposal again with Rhaenys. Oh, she's going to marry Daemon's daughter with her son Jaehaerys. She's marrying off Daemon's children with her children. And the fact of the matter is this. This is another desperate ploy for Rhaenys to accept this. Rhaenys does not like the fact. She says it's a generous offer, but a desperate one. As Rhaenyra says, what does it matter? It matters a lot, Rhaenyra, because the fact is, the only time you make any type of peace, the only time you make any type of marriage proposals is when your back is against the wall at the last freaking second. You didn't think about telling Rhaenys about her how her son might still be alive. You didn't think about securing alliance earlier on. No, you wait till the last minute until you're brought to court. Sorry, sin. And an idiotic sin right there. The other two sins I'm going to give her, well, she's still trying to pass her sons as Velaryons. I understand she wants an inherit Driftmark, and I understand if kids are being questioned and her legitimacy is questioned. I understand completely. But the fact is, you have to interrupt Vaemond while he's already speaking, and then you still try to prove to the fact, like, my sons are the true sons of Vaemond Velaryon. And she has this condescending attitude, like, you only speak for yourself and not for your own blood. And it's just a very stupid, idiotic statement. It's just like, girl, we know you're lying. We know you're lying. We know you're doing stupid stuff. We know you're acting stupid. Why do you keep up with the charade? We know why. It's just idiotic at this point. It's like beating a dead horse. It's already done. Everyone knows. Now, another sin I'm going to give to her is the fact is, since Rhaenyra has been so good at politics, which is not, she has to rely on her demented father to protect her once again from her having no claim to the Iron Throne, or for her children to not be secure in their rights to either Driftmark or to the Iron Throne. And the fact is that if you need to go to your father, who you already know was sick previously, and you had 16 plus freaking years to secure alliances, to make friends at court, to make marriage proposals, to strengthen any bit of your claim, you go again to your demented father who's on his deathbed, who's probably dying of some leprosy, and you go to him again in your hour of need. It's a great moment for King Viserys, but King Viserys shows how much he loves his daughter truly. But at the end of the day, it does not excuse the fact to me that Rhaenyra, again, this is proof once again that Rhaenyra has not taken the role of being heir seriously. She has not taken any precautions with her realm, with her kids, with her lineage. She has done nothing to secure anything, and for the most part, I'm voting for the Greens in this sense because I'm like, okay, yeah, but I am biased. I am a Green supporter over the Blacks because the fact is the Greens are not as stupid, as irresponsible as Blacks. And they're not trying to change the overall culture of the entire Westerosi world. But to backtrack everybody, Rhaenyra has gotten 4 sins for this episode and 1 sin for Daemon Targaryen. So the entire score right now, I believe, is for the Team Blacks is 45 sins, and the Greens have a total of 28 sins. Now, again, certain sins are not as strong as others. Certain sins, even though the Greens have less sins, they still commit a lot of atrocities. Again, Aegon raping people is a terrible freaking thing. I mean, Daemon murdering his wife is a terrible freaking thing. They each count as a sin, and maybe I should make it greater, but for now I'm just counting each sin as a sin. But it doesn't make any character more evil or any character less. Like, Rhaenyra may have, like, a lot of sins on my list, but that's because she's irresponsible and stupid. She ain't an evil person yet. She ain't, like, a cannibal. She's not doing totally horrific stuff. Not yet. She ain't raping anybody. She takes advantage of people. She doesn't care about other people's feelings and all that stuff. It makes her an irresponsible woman, but it doesn't make her like the most evilest person to ever walk the earth. No. But to me, overall, I enjoy House of the Dragon. I'm enjoying what I'm doing with these videos. And I gotta say, this is episode 8 for the Sin Counters. I'm just enjoying the fact I'm doing these videos. So what's your personal opinion, everybody? Do you all enjoy this video? Think I'm being too harsh with the blacks? You think I'm being too lenient with the greens? What's your personal opinion? Name's Elise, for everybody. Bye.